Hello, my name is Brandon from BrickiPhi. This video might seem a little bit random, but I want to share a couple things that might add some value to y'all that I kind of uncovered doing some research. A little bit of a background here. So I was looking at roofing companies in Odessa, Texas, and what I discovered was that Quick Roofing was ranked fairly low on the Google Maps and the organic search results. And so I called and I spoke to a lady named Ariana, and she was very sweet and gave me an email to send the video to and stuff. And so I sent that over. And then basically the next day I was visiting my dad in Dallas, Fort Worth area, and he was getting his roof replaced from some hail damage. And so it ended up being the same company. And so I just thought that that was just kind of a random happenstance of events. And I talked to a guy named Bruce, who was the supervisor of my father's house that was being re-roofed. And he was extremely nice, very cordial, nice guy. And so I just got a really good impression from the company. And then I started reading through the website a little bit, and I was impressed. And so I hope this video can add some value. I'm just going to keep it fairly brief to show you what I found. But basically what I started doing was I started researching, like, why would Quick Roofing, which seems to be a really established company, why is it not ranking higher on organic search results and in the maps? And so when I was doing the research, I actually found, I went ahead and wrote down some things. So I don't want to run through necessarily all these numbers, but you can pause the video if you want so you can take a look at this. But you can tell that some of the locations are using Google Ads and some of them are not. But if you look at the different cities, I did all of the Texas ones just because I'm in Texas, and you can see like the rankings of where y'all are landing in Google Maps and where they're ranking organically for all of those different cities. And so based on the quality of work and the customer service that y'all have, and I just kind of got the impression that y'all should be higher. And really what I think it comes down to is there's not enough content in the website that's based on on the certain keywords for the different areas. And so your website lists the different areas, but Google is not seeing the names of the cities frequently enough in the content of the website. And so if you added like a service area page for each area that you served and then built out some content that utilized keywords all related to roofing, then you would start to see some climbing in the Google My Business rankings on the map pack of Google and in your organic search results. And so also, when you're looking at the Google Maps portion, there's a handful of elements that kind of come into play when you're wanting to rank your business. And so I just wanted to share a couple of those with you because I think it would really, really help. And so the first thing is obviously a good website that has good content and utilizing a lot of the keywords that would help you to rank. And so when I had done the research for Odessa, there's hundreds of searches for roofing in Odessa, and my goal was to help the company out there to be able to take advantage of all of those searches. And I'm certain there's that kind of quantity of searches in all these other cities as well. You'll just want to basically build out the website a little bit more to have different pages for each location, so that you can actually take advantage of implementing all of those keywords and content and climbing the ranks. When it comes to the Google Maps portion, if you go in and optimize your Google My Business listing, that could help as well. And so some of the things that come into play for that are their local citations. So that's like the business name, address, phone number, etc. on all of the different online directories and stuff like that. And so if you wanted, I could do some more research to unpack how many citations it would take to be able to beat out the competition in each area. But for now, I just wanted to let you know that you'll want to try to get your business information listed on all of those different directories so that you can beat out the competition and get to the top page of Google. And the other thing is you want to make sure that all of the Google My Business information is completed. A lot of people go in and they put a handful of information, and it'll say that, the build out is 40% complete on the maps on the Google My Business portion. And so if you go in and optimize it and get it to 100% complete, then that will outrank a handful of the competitors as well. And so that includes things like your Google reviews. It could also include a description of the company. You have 750 characters you can add, and you just want to kind of beat out the competition in every area on all of these areas. So if the competition that's ranking in number 1 or number 2 spot has 700 characters to describe the business, then you want to try to get closer to that 750. And a lot of them might only have 300 or 400 characters in the description. And then the other thing would be photos. So you can actually put photos in the Google My Business portion, and you can save them with keywords. So if you know the right keywords, then Google will see those keywords kind of like written within the image and know that it should be ranked. And then also when it comes to photos, you want to have more photos than the competition. And so I did look at a handful of, when I was going through, a handful of them had 1 or 2 or maybe 4 or 5 photos. And some of the competitors would have upwards of 30 or 40 or 50 photos. And so if you up the amount of photos that you have on your Google My Business page, then that will help as well, and saving them with the keywords. And so anyway, I know that's so random. I just felt like the stars were aligning. I talked to a very sweet lady in the Odessa area. Then I ended up meeting a really great guy in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I just wanted to share some of this information to see if I could add some value to you. And so I'm to be honest, I'm not exactly sure where to send it to, who's the guy at the very top that maybe oversees all of the areas. But I want to try to send this out to a couple of locations so that maybe y'all can take advantage of the information here and optimize your sites. Or if you'd like to get back in touch with me, then you can do that as well. But I think y'all are doing great work. And it's called Quick Roofing. I thought that was because you were fast, because they have knocked out the work at my dad's house in just one full day, and that looks like they might have a little bit of work tomorrow. So definitely very quick. But I saw on the website that that's actually the last name. So it's a really good double play on the word there. So anyway, this is a little long-winded. I hope it adds some value, and y'all have a blessed night.